You know, something's been bugging me a lot lately, and it's this whole idea that being poor is just normalized now. Like, back in the day, you had the lower class, middle class, and upper class, right? But now it feels like there's just two groups of people, the rich and the poor. And it feels like the whole middle class is disappearing right in front of us. It's like everyone's just stuck in survival mode, just trying to scrape by, and we're all pretending that it's normal. I mean, seriously, when did we just accept that being broke was a part of life? I'm in college right now, so money can be a little tight. Trying to make ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck, hoping my car doesn't break down. You know, all the fun stuff. And looking around, it feels like a lot of people have just given up. It's like they've thrown the towel and trying to save or get ahead financially. It's kind of like we're all just floating along, letting the world fall apart around us. And when I realized this, that was a wake-up call. It can be tough to get ahead. Like, it can be really hard. But it's also not impossible. The thing is, if you do it the right way, the system's kind of stacked against you. No one tells you the real ways to play the game and to get ahead. No one teaches you how to outsmart the system. They just expect you to figure it out on your own. And you know what really blows my mind? The majority of people live paycheck to paycheck. I think statistically it's around 65% of people. That's more than half the population. And I just sit there wondering, is everyone okay? I mean, that's a lot of people. When I was growing up, my family wasn't well off by any means. My dad was a truck driver, and I think he brought home around like $30,000 a month. As a kid, I thought that was a lot of money back in the day. But now, not so much. Back then, $3,000 can get you somewhere. Today, if you're a single guy, sure. But not so much if you got a family to feed and bills to pay. My parents are divorced, and I have a ton of siblings. So that $3,000 got stretched a little thin. And that's when I started to realize, no matter how much money you make, if you don't know how to manage it, you're always just one emergency away from losing everything. I don't know if it's me, but it feels like a lot of people just don't know how to budget. I grew up in a family where we relied on food pantries to make ends meet. You'll see someone complain about being broke, and then 2 seconds later, they're door dashing like $50 for a burrito. A bunch of people doing buy now, pay later plans and racking up credit card debt. And I don't want to sound like I'm judging anyone, but we just gotta be smarter about spending. And I know a lot of people weren't taught how to do these things. Like, I wasn't taught about credit cards. My parents didn't know. They just told me to avoid credit cards, and I never learned how they worked until adulthood. I did figure it out, but it was a huge learning curve. You know, watch some YouTube videos, learn how others are doing things, maybe ask some friends. Just make sure it's working for you, and you're not getting into crazy debt. I don't know, it's just crazy how many people don't know this stuff. But even more than that, it's just how normal it all feels. I've had people tell me that it's normal to be broke, or that it's okay just to spend all your money on wants instead of needs. And I get it. Life is hard. Jobs suck. And sometimes the only way to cope is to buy stuff you don't need. But I look around and I'm like, is this really all we've got? Is this what we're supposed to accept? People are buying overpriced cars from dealerships, taking on debt just to get by, and no one's even questioning it. Like, there are people who buy new cars once a year. Not because they need them, but because of social pressure, or to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of times, their cars work fine, or they just need a couple repairs. But they'll overspend or have insane monthly fees. Usually both. And yeah, there are pros and cons to getting a new car, and some people legitimately need them. But I've seen so many people try to trade up just because they wanted something new, or didn't want to spend the money up front and let the car be in the shop for a few days, but will pay a slightly smaller fee every month for the next 5 to 6 years. I don't know, but I think that's the problem. We're just not taught how to think about money in the right way. But even through all that, I get it. I've been there. I was working this dead-end job at a bowling alley, barely making ends meet. But eventually, I worked hard to get out of it. And now, I'm in a point where I'm not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. It's not perfect, but it's way better than it was. And I'm just hoping that anyone else struggling right now can figure it out too. It's not easy, but if I can make it out of that cycle, anyone can. And I'm not saying I have it all figured out. Far from it. But there are ways to make it easier. Finding ways to cut back, being a bit more frugal, and learning how to manage your money better. It all adds up, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. And if you're stuck in that cycle right now, just know, there is a way out. It's going to take time. It's going to suck sometimes, but it is possible. Don't settle. You deserve better than this. But hey, like it up, give me a sub if you haven't already. Have a good day, night, whenever you find this. I'm out.